King Edward, Philip Nostris, what's up? Keep moving. Tampa Sweet. Good old Optimo. Optimo Low. Easy Waters. Joker. My lips getting black and my fingertips burn, my eyes halfway open. And I'm joking, but bitch, I'm still smoking. Cause when I be puffing, it's like I ain't worried about nothing. If you gon' get the cigar, nigga, I do the stuffing. I roll them swole like broken arms. But I sure hate when they come around this bitch, I don't know. Talking about what y'all smoking on. Cause nigga like that, we call them Hoovers. They trying to get cool with it to smoke your weed up. What they do, you pop, 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 goddamn it. Nigga, you ain't tipping no shit in here. Bitch, what's handy? But if you did, then it's good and it's going down. Get rid of them nickels and them dimes. Bitch, we blowing pounds. 10 through the 11 to the 12 bar bound. Who piece that one of my niggas I heard somebody say one time. But I paid no mind and I kept rolling. But that was the po-pos. I gotta get rid of this fat ass out the mold that I'm holding. Accelerating, I made that left by line center. I hit that bitch one more time, then I do it out the window. Young nigga in a big white truck. You know what's up? They looking to get you fucking up. It just so happened that I was hot. They looked in the back on the floor in that silver can and he found the pot. I can't believe that I got popped. It took me 2 hours and $1,500 to get unlocked. Straight from jail to the weed spot. Shit, I took that as a minor setback. Hell no, I ain't stopped. And I'm still smoking. Still smoking. Still smoking. Still smoking.
What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do, y'all? What it do? Happy 420 to all of y'all. We ain't gonna be here too long, y'all. I just said, you know what? It's 420. What's up with it, Moxie? What it do? I might as well go live real quick, smoke one with my peoples, and also put a little education down on this 420 thing, right? So check game. I always thought 420 started kind of from like the hippies, right? Well, 420 meaning, if we're going to talk about the month, would be April 20, the 20th, right? Which usually is the time when growers that grow marijuana would plant their seeds. Because of the timing, you know, for it to turn into something, vegetate, and then go into flower, right? So it was always like 420. That's what I thought. Oh, okay, 420, okay. You know, so I always thought it definitely had something to do with marijuana, right? Then I started kind of getting popular. I can remember like junior high, when I first kind of started seeing High Times magazines, you would see 420 in there. You know what I'm saying? Like certain festivals and shit, and just period. Like the number 420 would just come up. You know what I'm saying? It was like merchandise. It was everything, right? If you would say 420, you knew it meant something with marijuana. And then, you know, as times even progressed, you know, with the festivals, they just became bigger and bigger, right? So now, like, everybody celebrates 420, you know what I'm saying? That participate in those type of activities. Well, I stumbled across this video today because I was like, you know what? I want to go live, kick it with my peoples, you know, smoke one and shit. But at the same time, since it is 420, let's get a little bit of game on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was wrong. When it comes to the whole thing with the hippies and the growing and the month and day, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was where it kind of came from. Well, stumbled across a video, you know, that actually broke it down, you know. Now, I saw the video, and kind of in the beginning, it was kind of saying some things that just sounded really iffy. But then it got to a point to where it started sounding kind of, like I said, you know, the hippie times, this, and that. And from there, I can kind of dig the video, but the kind of the beginning, how they're kind of saying, I don't know. But also what I started to see was the number 420 and everything was really based out of a Northern California thing. Did not know that. But almost like it was birthed there, you know. Northern California is known for having a lot of, you know, marijuana grows. Like, you know, you have Mendocino County, you have Humboldt County. They were like a big lifeline when it came to a lot of marijuana that was being grown, you know what I'm saying? And then you started getting more, you know, like indoor type, you know, people and stuff like that, and shit started getting really strong. And not saying that wasn't strong, it was, and it still is strong. It's all in your thumb, but I'm just saying, you know, it was kind of birthed out there, and I didn't know that 420 kind of came from out there, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of dope. But anyways, enough of me talking and everything, y'all. We're going to get into this video. And then also I got a video showing, you know, how, you know, some of the festivities go on 420. You know what I'm saying? Nothing long, y'all. And it is open panel. So if anybody wants to come up, you can come up. You know, you don't have to wait for anything. Like, you can come up and we could just chop. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Interrupt me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We just going to talk about this 420 thing. You know what I'm saying? Smoke one, yeah, and then be about our way, you know what I mean? So let me go ahead and get into the video, y'all, so y'all could check it out. Don't start doing that shit again. Let's see. Okay, I gotta get a mouse, y'all. I know you're like, damn, you always say that, but I do though. And if I keep saying it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Here it is right here. So this is gonna be kind of like the origin, you know what I'm saying, where it came from, y'all. So we're gonna get to it right now.
On April 20th, millions of people across the globe come together to celebrate a number, 420. It's a symbol that's appeared on t-shirts, posters, dispensary windows, and in popular culture. But ask a dozen people what it actually means, and you'll probably get a dozen different answers. In this video, we're digging into the origins of 420, what it means today, and how it's become a global celebration of cannabis and community.
You know what? I have to pause it because I'm way out of pocket. I've been smoking, y'all. I'm kind of lit. Not like that. It ain't normal, right? But shout out to the chat, man. So shout out to Vibrant, man. You know, I appreciate you. You know, ain't shit going down unless Vibrant in the town. Shout out to the Hood Table. I appreciate you. Shout out to Egyptian Goddess. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Shakim, Cowboy Raw, Dender Raw. And shout out to Moxie, man. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. I appreciate y'all, man. And shout out to the Replay Gang, man. We just came through real quick, spur of the moment, man. So I appreciate y'all sliding through. You know what I'm saying? And let me, what's up with it, Peach? I see you. And let's get back to this video. But man, my bad, y'all. I can't believe I did not greet the chat before I started all this shit, man. I need to time my motherfucking self out. But here we go.
But before we begin, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos. Also, please remember that this is...
Yeah, you could hit that for me too, you know. Hit that for me too. Make sure you hit that notification and shit.
An educational video, and therefore all information provided is for educational purposes only. Now, let's get started. Chapter 1. The Origin Story. In preparation for getting into the heart of today's story, it's worth taking a moment to clear up some of the confusion surrounding the number 420. For decades, it's been the subject of widespread myths, urban legends, and misinterpretations. To fully appreciate its significance, we need to separate fact from fiction. Let's start off with one of the most enduring misconceptions. 420 is a police radio code for marijuana-related offenses. For those of you who have thought this to be correct, I am sorry to say there's no evidence to support this as no...
That is definitely false. That's definitely false. I've never heard that actually before, that they put 420 on that as an actual code or something with the law enforcement and marijuana, but that is definitely false, y'all. Let's get back to it.
No police department in the United States or anywhere else in the world use 420 in that context. Another commonly held belief is that it refers to a section of California's legal code pertaining to cannabis. That, too, is false. In reality, California Penal Code 420 deals with trespassing on public land, not cannabis in any form. There have also been claims that 420 refers to the number of chemical compounds found in the cannabis plant. While that number might have once seemed plausible, it's no longer accurate.
And as a, former grower, y'all, I've never heard of that either. Never heard 420 associated with anything that had to do with the plants, the pheno of the plants or anything. So I don't know. Those are a lot of myths I haven't heard, y'all. So, shit, that's game. A lot of motherfuckers was putting too much on it, y'all. Let's get back to it.
In fact, the American Chemical Society published findings in February 2024 identifying over 550 distinct chemical compounds in cannabis plants, ultimately dispelling that theory as well. Now that we've cleared up some of the most common misconceptions, let's turn to the real story behind 420, how it started, where it came from, and how it grew into a cultural phenomenon recognized around the world. Our story begins in 1971 at San Rafael High School in Marin County, California. A group of 5 friends, Steve Capper, Dave Reddix, Jeffrey Noel, Larry Schwartz, and Mark Gravich, regularly met up after class. They called themselves the Waldos, a nickname inspired by their habit of gathering near a wall on campus. One day, they heard about a Coast Guard service member who could no longer tend to a crop of cannabis plants he was growing near Point Reyes. Being intrigued, the group did some research, and upon some investigating, were able to come up with a rough map of places to search for the hidden crop. Their plan was to meet after school at 4:20 p.m., which for them was late enough to wrap up extracurriculars, and yet early enough to avoid drawing attention at home from their parents. Their meeting point was a statue of Louis Pasteur on campus.
So check game, y'all. San Rafael, that's the Bay Area, Marin County. That story right there with these 3-4 gentlemen at a high school meeting up at 4:20 in front of this fucking statue of a fucking, I don't know who the fuck that motherfucker, who'd he say, Louis something, I don't know. But for some reason they put that motherfucker involved. But they met up in front of this statue, 4:20, because they overheard something about a Coast Guard that was tending to marijuana crops but could not tend to them. Right? Heard this conversation. So they were going to go over there, find it, and do what they do. So let me tell you something, y'all. People that are in that circle that grow, especially in remote areas up in the hills or whatnot, mountains, they are not going to have conversation out in no type of public or around any type of newcomer, anything of that sort. You won't even know who the fuck is growing. They could be around you every day, going to the super every day. You would not even know. But that story just sounds way out of fucking touch, y'all. So I'm not going, and I don't want y'all to go. We're going to get past that. And then I start kind of hearing a little bit of realism that could be possible. But this little bullshit that they're saying right now, disregard that. Let's continue.
And they used the phrase 420 Louis to refer to their daily meetups. Although they never found the crop, the phrase stuck. Over time, they dropped the Louis and simply used 420 as a code word among themselves. The turning point for the term 420 came through proximity to a larger cultural movement. As it turns out, one of the Waldos had a family connection to the Grateful Dead. Remarkably, the Waldos routinely found themselves in and around the Dead's rehearsal space.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys know who the Grateful Dead is, okay? But they were a band out of San Francisco, California. Back in the days, had a lot of hits, y'all. A lot. And they were part of that whole movement, you know what I'm saying? So when they start bringing them up, I can agree more with what they're saying. With these other four dipshits, I don't know. Now they're saying they were related. We're getting to the point where they're saying they were related and now becoming around these guys. But these guys for sure were part of that movement. And if I was going to think of anything 420, it would definitely be coming from their era and from these people. You know what I'm saying? Because of like the hippies and all that type of shit. I would bank on that more than this whole fucking, hey, we overheard this whatever the fuck, and he was, tending to a crop and he said he couldn't tend to it, and we're gonna fetch out, you know what I'm saying, where this shit is, that's trash. But here we go though, y'all. Grateful Dead, man.
And as a result, the term 420 made its way into the Grateful Dead's inner circle. As the band started using the term 420 more, the Deadheads caught on and started using it themselves. The Deadheads are the band's dedicated fan base, known for traveling across the country to attend shows and share the Grateful Dead culture. By the early 1990s, a flyer promoting a public cannabis gathering at 4:20 p.m. on April 20th was passed around at a Dead concert. That flyer eventually landed on the desk of an editor at High Times magazine. Intrigued by the term and its mysterious background, the magazine...
Now, I have to pause it because like I told you guys, when I was in junior high, I was introduced to the High Times magazine. It was already in circulation, but I was introduced to it, right? And I seen a lot of 420 this, 420 that, you know what I'm saying? So now they're saying, right, this is how High Times, the magazine, stumbled across it and started actually promoting it or whatnot. But I definitely agree with that because that's how I saw it, y'all. That was how I got introduced to 420, was the High Times magazine. Shout out to Sky Swizzy Broadcast. I appreciate you. Let's get back to it.
Published the flyer, and 420 went global. From that point forward, it was no longer just a private code. It had entered the public lexicon and cemented its place in cannabis culture. What began as an after-school meetup between friends turned into a global reference point, a number that now represents not just cannabis, but a community, a history, and a cultural identity. Chapter 2. What does 420 mean? Today, the term 420 is no longer just a clever reference shared between high schoolers in Northern California. It's a cultural symbol that represents far more than its numerical value. You'll see it on merchandise, woven into song lyrics, displayed in dispensaries, and even marked on city calendars. But its meaning runs deeper. For many, 420 represents progress. It's become a shorthand for the larger cannabis movement, symbolizing the fight for legalization, the push for medical access, and the growing public acceptance of a plant that was once criminalized across the world. It's also a reminder of the decades of activism that made this change possible, and the work that still lies ahead. Chapter 3: How to Celebrate 420. From Protest to Public Celebration. Historically, 420 began as a grassroots form of protest. In the 1990s and early 2000s, before legalization was a reality for most, activists would gather in public spaces and light up at 4:20 p.m. as an act of civil disobedience. These public smokeouts were not just about consumption. They were statements about visibility, personal freedom, and challenging outdated laws. As more states and countries have moved toward legalization, 420 has evolved into something broader. In many places, it's now a recognized public holiday, complete with festivals, concerts, educational events, and business promotions. While the spirit of protest still remains, especially in regions where cannabis remains illegal or inaccessible, 420 has become a day of celebration and community. If you're looking to experience the day's energy firsthand, some of the most well-known celebrations offer a deeper glimpse into what 420 means today. In Denver, Colorado, Civic Center Park hosts one of the largest 420 festivals in the country. Thousands gather for a full day of music, speakers, vendors, and open dialogue about cannabis culture and policy. Colorado was one of the first states to legalize cannabis, and the event reflects the progress made since then. On the West Coast, Hippie Hill in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park draws massive crowds every April 20th. What began as an unpermitted gathering has grown into a community tradition. People from all walks of life gather on the hill for a synchronized 4:20 p.m. session, supported by city services to ensure public safety and cleanup efforts. In the Northern Rockies, the 420 block party at Caras Park in Missoula, Montana, has become a regional highlight. Set along the scenic Clark Fork River, this event brings together music, local vendors, educational booths, and a strong sense of local culture. It's a community-focused celebration that highlights Montana's evolving relationship with cannabis and offers a space for dialogue, advocacy, and connection. And in Vancouver, Canada, the 420 Protest Festival continues to draw tens of thousands, even after nationwide legalization. The event maintains its focus on political reform, advocating for better policies around access, equity, and corporate responsibility. Beyond these marquee gatherings, 420 is marked by countless smaller events around the world. Intimate meetups, educational panels, cannabis-friendly wellness retreats, and more. Whether public or private, these moments are all part of the same story, a global recognition of cannabis culture, past and present. Whether you're attending a public event, sharing a quiet moment with friends, or simply reflecting on the plant's long and complex history, 420 is a day to remember where this movement began and where it's headed next.
So that's pretty much, the end of that, explaining that, y'all. And another little fact. So Hood Table, you said you never heard of Grateful Dead, huh? I'm pretty sure if you was to hear some of their music, it would be familiar to you. Or maybe some movies you have seen, you probably heard their music in the background because they're definitely pretty popular. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so another little fun fact before I move on to the festivals and stuff. Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, California is bigger than Central Park in New York. Who would have known or thought that? Couldn't believe it. And another thing, in the Bay Area, the water from, I can definitely say, Alameda all the way to almost Alcatraz, a little bit definitely before Alcatraz, because Alcatraz, it starts getting a little different, but underneath the Bay Bridge and everything, because as you guys know, the BART does go underneath the water from Oakland to San Francisco. But what I was going to say is the waters in the Bay Area, starting like from Alameda, Alviso, whatever, is only about 15, most 20 feet deep, y'all. It's another fact for y'all. Imagine that. All that water, very shallow, very shallow. So back to what we own, which is this 420 thing, right? So we just found out about, where it came from. As y'all seen, you heard nothing about growing on April 20th, planting a seed or none of that. That was all hogwash. And that's what was told to me. So I found that out today, y'all, I found that out today. Vibrant says even has an ice cream flavor named after him, Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. Facts. If you've seen the funny movie Half Baked with Dave Chappelle, Grateful Dead all in there. Very, very dope fucking. Look, y'all, I grew up around a lot of different people. Okay. And I definitely had my run-ins with like hippie style people. Cause I used to play the drums and shit. And I used to, partner stayed up. What's up with it, Max? Partner stayed up the street, you know what I'm saying? Hippie the fuck out. You feel me? Like we stayed in the garage and just had the whole setup. We'd be in there getting high. You had all kind of fucking government fucking type anti shit up in it. It was crazy. It was a learning lesson. So much Bob Marley shit, incense, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, was smelling like underarms and shit. I mean, the whole he was real deal. Good, genuine dude. Give you the shirt off his back, man. The motherfuckers are great, man. Like you run across those type of people, man, that live that kind of life. Very, very cool, at ease, aren't into the whole fucking, expenses of, bullshit, or, they'll live off the land. You know what I'm saying? And I was around so many of them, that were just dope as fuck. I was young and they were older, you know what I'm saying? But they was cool, man. They wasn't tripping on me, none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I used to listen to all that shit, Grateful Dead's, a lot of Bob Marley. I listened to more Bob Marley's and shit around these motherfuckers than I have anybody else, bro. Like the music selection that they had was fucking outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It's good to fucking get to know people, y'all. Don't live inside of a fucking bubble, man. Don't do that. There's so many different values and so many different people, man, that you're missing if you have that outlook to where, I ain't fucking with it. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. And I'm glad on my upbringing, y'all. I've been around so many different people, bro. Got so much different game around, so much different shit. What it do, Liz? Good to see you. But anyways, let's get to the celebrations, right? The first one I'm going to show y'all is going to be the one I think that's in Denver, because like that, and I did know that they were one of the first to legalize this shit, and as you guys hear, I mean, it was Northern California that was really trying to push this shit, but motherfuckers, it wasn't happening. They wasn't going for it. So that's a fact. But let's get to it. It's not too long either, y'all. It's real brief. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. I need that goddamn mouse.
Mushrooms are illegal. Did you take mushrooms today?
We're at the Mile High Fest, 420.
What is that?
That's a whole pound.
Have you named it?
Big Bertha.
There's two of them. Behold.
Yep. 420. Happy 420.
Almost got you in the face, bro. What's yours name?
Megatron.
Okay, I had to pause it real quick, y'all. So a couple of 420s ago, I did partake in one of those. The one that we smoked was more like about a half a pound in it. But it was ridiculous, y'all. It's not like I sat there and finished the shit with them or anything. And there was probably about a good, like, 7 of us, puffing this fucking thing. And it like, the hits were just so crazy and everything. Like it, you were choking it was. I can see why these people do this, because there's going to be so many people, right? And sometimes you'll have like a circle of maybe some people you've been fucking with since y'all been there at the event. It could be maybe 20 or so people. You guys are all fucking blazing and shit like that, which I don't think that's really safe to do nowadays, but you know, it is what it is. They pull out one of those son of a bitches and everybody's getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. You're like, damn, man, I'm glad these motherfuckers pulled up. They came through with the gift. But anyways, let's get back to it.
Colorado's own cannabis industry ambassador, Milwaukee L Dog himself. Oh, right now I got a lot of living to do, a lot of living to do. So let's smoke weed. Let's go.
Can I interview you for a YouTube video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at this.
Boom, baby. Right now, we have got some online ordering. I know that 420 is approaching in about 2 hours. So when y'all do run out, you just let me know, and I've got you.
What's up, man?
What's going on? I watched some of your videos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's
Well, my
awesome.
son-
YouTube channel? Stanimus.
Join
I haven't
the
heard of it.
I smoke marijuana, the high grade marijuana. I'll jack you for your sack. I'll pull your cap back. Insane in the brain because I'm straight do or die. Dope money fucking bitches and I keep on getting high.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I fucked that one too high.
I don't know how to microdose.
You get a microscope or? I've never heard about somebody going home, hitting the blunt, and then hitting their wife. But I've heard someone hitting a fifth of Jack and then hitting their wife.
What's your zodiac sign?
No idea.
What's your birthday?
February.
Are you an Aquarius?
I gotta agree with old boy though, man. Like, not saying it probably hasn't happened, right? But I don't really know too many people that done, got lit and just, go home and just do a domestic or just be on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Or, unless you just an emotional wreck. But, usually when you lit, like I'm lit right now, y'all, I'm feeling really good. You feel me? Like a lot of shit can like wait past because I'll just be like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm relaxed. But if I was off some drink or something, it's gonna be the opposite, bro. You know what I'm saying? You come with some dumb shit or whatever, I'm gonna for sure match that energy. You know what I'm saying? And be on one, maybe even extra. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't even like doing that shit. Getting too, alcoholed up in front of y'all, because I don't want to. Hell no. Like I say, once this shit's on, the net, man, that shit's on there forever, bro. And I ain't, I'm cool, man. But let's get back to it. Yes.
What's your what day?
10th?
You're an Aquarius. What's up, bro? Me
Do
too.
I pass the test?
You
Hell
passed
yeah.
the test.
Cool. Oh yeah, I like passing tests. I didn't even have to study, dude.
You're funny.
What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
Don't know. What's up?
Frostbite.
What's my channel name, bro? You said you watch me. What's my name?
I just watch your storylines and shit. I don't remember. I don't good with.
I like your beard, by the way, man. You got like a whole Dwarven Smith thing going on. I appreciate that.
Whenever I come to Denver, I always like.
And that motherfucker was Jaws and what's Jaws and Rig? That motherfucker was lying, bro. Saying they knew his channel and shit. He pulled that card like, what you mean? What's the name? Motherfucker got to beatboxing and stuttering, man. That's crazy. Motherfuckers will say anything in front of a camera and a mic, yo. That's real shit. For real. Let's get back to it.
Have an alternate personality, like it's just like I'm here. I'm hype.
Oh, yeah.
Take my money. I'm just tipping all over the world.
Let's go. 420. What's up, you guys? Lady Love from One Blank Radio. Weed, liquor, 420. Right now, I'm having trouble. Meta, I'm coming after you guys. You guys locked my page for no reason.
I've been smoking marijuana for most of the day, so things have been pretty mellow. Times when you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth and you think to yourself, fuck, my whole face is tattooed.
Been watching his shorts for a long time. I watch like every one of them all together at one time. They're all hilarious. Just sitting here.
So if you see somebody wearing that type of hoodie sweater type that you see that young man wearing to the left of the dude in the orange jacket, they for sure smoke weed, y'all. Just period. Just if you see them wearing that, they smoke weed. Let's get back to it.
Here at 420, just smoking a lot of weed in Denver. Yeah,
We're just gonna smoke a lot of weed and have a good time.
You know, I wish everybody just chill the fuck out. Little frankers that whine about, oh, it hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings. That, you know, come on. You need to be bitch slapped. That's all it comes down to it. That's all I got to say, man.
This is 420. K-Love in the house. To the K, to the P, to the L-O-V, to the love in the house.
I'm out here in Colorado. We out here from New Orleans. All the way down from
New Orleans, goddammit!
Let's
You
go.
know that, brother. You know that.
What's in that? You smoking drugs, bro?
No, sir.
Sure.
You tell me if it's some drugs.
It's just another day getting high in the D. Go Eagles!
Foosball is fun. Beer pong's even funner. I've been smoking Colorado weed for a long time.
Even before it was legal.
Give me a message to Kim Jong-un.
To Kim Jong-un? Come on, man.
Come on, y'all. You hear that music playing in the background? How can you not smoke to that and have a good time? You know, real shit. It goes together, y'all. It's like you smoke, you get so in tuned to the music, a movie, whatever. Look, I'm not here to try to push that on nobody. This is a fucking 420 stream, y'all. This is for my peoples that, you know, may participate in those type of activities. But like those people were saying, man, it's very relaxing. I don't know too many people that just be on one after they done smoked. Usually you gonna roll up and just, you know, you just gonna feel like everything is everything, y'all. And you know, I done drank and everything too, but it's different. Like you will get relaxed, sometimes too relaxed. You can't get behind the wheel relaxed. I don't know what it is with alcohol, man, but I done been tipsy before and was behind the wheel, y'all. Was not cool. Couldn't stay in my lane, really. It was like the hardest thing ever. You're talking to somebody that fucking would go down the street hopping, hitting corners, 3 wheels and shit, riding down the street on 3 wheels, staying in my lane. But I would get off of alcohol and couldn't drive and stay in my it's not cool, y'all. It's not cool. So definitely a different type of thing when it comes to getting relaxed and all that from, you know, having some alcohol or maybe smoking a blunt. Me, I like taking dabs nowadays, y'all. Why? It gets to the point. Yes, I'll be choking my ass off, but the payoff is what counts. I used to smoke so many blunts, y'all. I used to buy the box of Swishers every week. That was 60 of them. Okay. Taking them down. Ridiculous. Now I dab. I don't go through that much dab like that in no type of way, y'all. And I be zooted. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point. And I don't have no smell on me. I could dab and shit and go right into wherever. With no aroma, no nothing. Hotels, all that. Man, I'm dabbing my ass off. I don't got to go and try to go to a bathroom or nothing. You know, none of that. Nigga, I'm dabbing. I'm just saying, y'all. So we're going to get into this next little clip. It's my last clip, y'all. And again, I got the link out there in case anybody want to come up. If not, that's cool. This is just going to be a quick live. If nobody come up, we're just going to chill. I'm going to smoke one real quick, you know, with y'all bullshit. And then I'm going to just end this thing. But, you know, we just up in here, y'all. We just up in here. So let me see. Let's get to this. Bam. And I do appreciate y'all being here. And this one is the San Francisco one, Hippie Hill.
Where there's a 420 celebration happening right now. It's the second year of on-site legal cannabis sales from permitted vendors. That's where we find Fox 2's Christian Captain, who's joining us here. Christian looks loud, looks like it's a lot of fun, a lot of people that came out today for this event.
Absolutely, it's absolutely a party atmosphere. To give you an idea, we are actually backstage right now. Erica Badu up on stage, and take a look, you can see the crowd. It's been just about 15 minutes since the actual 20 came and went, when this crowd of some 20,000 people joined together, lighting up as one, a cloud of cannabis smoke rising up over that crowd. As you said, this is the second year that they're allowing for sale and consumption here at the site, so that means that people under the age of 21 should not be inside. Well, let's go ahead and show you how the day started.
The day started with dance and giving thanks as crowds gathered in Robin Williams Meadow in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park to partake in a little pot, or in some cases, a lot of pot.
Puff and pass, man. Enjoy it. Let's enjoy life. It's 420, man. And enjoy with all my ancestors, all my peoples. Make sure to enjoy well,
While crowds gathered, the King of Z Hill competition was already underway. With a prize of more than $40,000 on the line, judges tried the offerings from growers and cannabis specialists who said they've worked to perfect their creations, just like wine and spirits makers.
I'd even say this is more like a brandy compared to a wine, like a cognac, where it's the same starting material, but we just processed it a little bit further. And then we have flower, which is the grapes, over here. So they're going to be smoking joints or things like that.
Organizers say 420 has become a cultural event in the city, and that bringing together 20,000 people can be an economic boom.
We're bringing a lot of tourism coming in, right? And at the same time, we're supporting a lot of these local businesses. A lot of the vendors here that are all local. I mean, to say equity, they're the natives.
Local growers agree the 420 celebration brings a boost to the Bay Area bud business, highlighting local offerings. Mario Guzman says it's a marketing bonanza, allowing him to sell product as well as merchandise to 20,000 potential new customers.
On the business side, cannabis is here to stay, and brands like Sherbinski's and Cookies, we've been here, and we've been part of this culture for a long time now. So it's good to be here and just celebrate with everybody on 420.
Those who've smoked cannabis here for years say it's amazing how an activity that was once illegal has gone mainstream.
This was from the 60s. It's like me and a bunch of other kids came here. This is where we gathered. And they were from everywhere, all kinds of kids.
Those smoking today say their shared passion for pot has brought together a community.
It's just a good way to meet people and talk to new people and get to know new people and know the people around you. It's always good to know your neighbors.
And the party here at Golden Gate Park at Robin Williams Meadow, right next to Hippie Hill, as you said, still underway at this hour. Remember, this event really peaks at 420 with everybody lighting up in unison. Then it starts to kind of slow down. You can expect this crowd of some 20,000 people to kind of filter out of the area. One final note, keep in mind that this is just one of the big activities going on in San Francisco today. The Warriors are taking on the Kings on the other side of town in just over a couple of hours, in about 2.5 hours here. And the Giants are playing the Mets as well. So
there it is there, y'all. What's up with it, John? Good to see you, bro. So what I'm going to do, y'all, real quick is I'm going to get into one of my songs real quick, and then I'll be right back, y'all. I just got to get a quick dab in, and then we're going to chop it up. I'm going to get a little joint in with y'all. And if y'all come up, cool. If not, that's cool too. But we'll be right back. Well, let me see. Hold on. Let me get to the song first. Okay. There we go.
I got to watch my back because these motherfuckers.
I race about the house, it's 8 o'clock. I whistle down the street to my niggas on the block. But before I strike, I have to go inside my trunk and put away the thing in case I got some funk. I mash up to the west side just to get some doja. A little spot called West Night, deep in Santa Rosa. I pull into the Cracker Jacks and let my system thump. A message to the deck man, I'm looking for what swamp. Plans are getting zesty, plus I'm fully dressed shit. Never one thought of tonight being tested. Striking down link, now I'm headed for Minto. Turn on the college, now I'm sitting in my love, smoking Indo.
Sitting in my love, smoking Indo. I know they got some in, so I'm feeling kinda cold, bro.
Hit the liquor store and now it's back onto the track. I got to watch my back because these motherfuckers jack. I'm curving off that ENJ, but player, I ain't tripping. A nigga with a 30-round clip thought I was slipping. I left the 40 go and shot his ass through the dirt. Now I'm lounging like a pimp in the cut, still smoking in his
Sitting in my low, smoking in dope. At a stoplight when some fool stuck a 9 in the window. Reached under the seat for my pistol. My hand was on the Glock, it was cocked, but I couldn't find my clip, bro. I looked around and seen someone else, a young ass nigga with a go-to. They yelled out, break yourself. So much for a black man to do. Either smoke this motherfucker quick or else I'm through. But I ain't tripping, he can't get away scot-free, because I found a clip to my shit out from under the seat. He said, I got a gun and you got a gun, pointed it at each other. I'll shoot you and take your loot and leave you on dead, brother. So I shot him through the door, then opened it up and hit him once more. He fell to the floor and screamed. His blood started to pour. His homie stood in fear. I looked in his eye, teared appeared. I wasn't thinking too clear. I should have been up out of there, but what should I do with the book? I shot him to it through the gat in the trunk. I matched him to the bank and ducked the Glock, the Mac, and all that junk. You know, yeah, the Glock, the Mac, and all that junk. The next morning at 8, the police came to snatch my ass. I tried to run too late, but they caught me before I made my dash. Or caught me in the street, threw me in the car, took me to the jail, stripped and searched and locked me down, and wouldn't even set me bail. So I'm sitting in the holding cell stressing. Let this be a lesson, killer ain't no profession. Shit, the DA's trying to take me for a ride. Shot me a deal, 15 to life, double homicide. My dump truck defendant said it beats the chair. I call my mama every day and cry, it ain't fair. Now I'm wondering how the hell did they find me? Got my prints off a shell at the scene of the crime, G. Now my life is a wreck. I wanna hang from the tier with a sheet wrapped around my neck. Everything goes black and it gets silent. This is the result of black on black vibe. You know? Black and black.
Sitting in my house smoking indo. I think I got some in, so I'm feeling kinda cold, bro. Hit the liquor store and now it's back onto the track. I got to watch my back because he's jack. I'm burning off that ENJ, but prayer, I ain't tripping. A nigga with a 30-round clip thought I was slipping. I let the bully go and shot his ass through the dirt. Now I'm lounging like a pimp in the cut, still smoking indo.
I did, Vibrant. I did. Vibrant says not. He pinned the link. I did. I had it open panel since I started, in case anybody wanted to come up, because I wasn't gonna be here too long. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for 420. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I partake, so why not come with a live, put a little education on it, where it came from. I didn't see nobody doing that, so I was like, fuck it. Let Rig come out and do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all my people that smoke. This is where 420 came from. So now, y'all, I hope y'all checked out last night's live. That was the season finale. I had a great time, y'all. I hope y'all check it out. You know, give us a couple months or whatnot, man. We'll be back. But, you know, right now we just, you know, we doing our thizzle. We're going to get shit ready for the, you know, season 3 from the block to the hood table, you know, and we hope y'all come through and keep supporting season 3, y'all. That's pretty good, right? Especially kind of around these parts. 2 motherfuckers teaming up, doing a show. No bullshit, no fallout. Just, you know, the train rolling, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty good, man. And I think I've had a pretty good, you know, run fucking with y'all. So everything has been Velveeta, man. I can't be upset, man. And you know, I got a couple of my peoples that fuck with me, that, you know, fuck with my partners, John and Be Easy, you know, and that's dope. You know, that really means something, you know. Like I said, sometimes I maybe could be putting too much on shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me, bro. I can't change the way I am. And, you know, when people, you know, show love and fuck with you, you know, whatnot, you know, I respect it, you know what I'm saying? And then when I see y'all, you know, pull up over there with today's shit or whatnot and do the same thing, you know, it's cool as fuck. And, you know, I know them, you know, if y'all CCs or whatnot, they'll do the same, man. You know, you sub to them, they for sure gonna sub back to you, man. We don't be on that bullshit straight up. And, you know, me, I try to, you know, hit links and shit to the people that I fuck with, you know, sometimes, and just hit the panel. Because one thing that I did, like, after I started my channel, y'all, I actually took some game that Lady Snoop had said, you know what I'm saying, a long time ago. And she was like, yeah, you know, now that you got your channel, man, you really don't need to be hitting nobody's links, man. Just go on your channel and go hard. And if they want to see you, they'll come see you on your channel. I was like, that makes a lot of sense, bro. And pretty much ever since then, you know, I just, you know, I always just kind of do my channel thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool to, you know, sometimes hit the panels of certain, you know, people that you fuck with, especially if it's cool, man, as long as they ain't too much bullshit. And have a good time, man, and rock out with your peoples, man, because it's dope, you know, for people that allow it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody really cares to, you know, drop their link and shit, but, you know, for people that allow it, man, you know, I think it's pretty dope. So what we gonna do now, man, is I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna light up, man. We just gonna chill and marinate. I'm gonna let one of John's songs play. So y'all just go ahead and just peep game, man. I seen John in the chat earlier. We gonna let this shit rock out, man. We're gonna go ahead and smoke one and get right. Again, I appreciate y'all being here, man. We just chilling, man. Ain't nothing. And again, the link is out there if y'all want to pull up.
Butterfly doors on the beach track. Suicide doors on the pickup. You was in a Hyundai, gear stuck. Murder on your mind, calling lift up. Never made a million, serving 18. Don't know how I feel to rock a AP. Don't remember the last thing you learned. I know the world let you crash till you burn for sure. Butterfly doors on a bench truck. Suicide doors on a pickup. You was in a Hyundai, your gear stuck. Murder on your mind, calling lift up. Never made a million, serving 18. Don't know how I feel to rock an AP. Don't remember the last thing you learned. I know the world let you crash till you burn for sure. Population control on some Godstone. She turned into a demon on her iPhone. She smelling like Dior when she passed me. The inside of her soul is so nasty. He looking for a problem, it ain't that deep. Universe gon' put a belt across your ass cheeks. Ride by you blowing fire out the backseat. Color of your skin made it hard to catch a taxi. Sirens after shots come loud. Studio headphones. Submachine compact blouse. Now it's a head gone. Never paid Geico. Wow, he need a headstone. Uber to the party and now they gotta head home. Dinner was ramen in a bowl in a microwave. I seen some niggas sell they soul for some Michael J's. Feel like I almost lost my life for every price I paid. Sacrifice it all to get my children out this hell I made. Driving butterfly doors on a bench truck. Suicide doors on a pickup. You was in a Hyundai, your gear stuck. Murder on your mind, calling lift up. Never made a million, serving 18. Don't know how I feel to rock an AP. Don't remember the last thing you learned. I know the world let you crash till you burn for sure. She thought it was her perk, now her soul gone. That Fetty melt your soul like a snow cone. Started out a green natty, got her dream shattered. Tryna put them pieces back together, make you scream at it. Future made it sound okay. Molly and Percocet. Ambulance took you away, still ain't resurfaced yet. Now they standing over your grave. Your dealer won't confess. Things might have been okay if you could take the stress. Jay-Z made his song cry. John
mind make song bleed. Shameful when young men die, moving the wrong speed. Sitting in your Hyundai, fantasizing a Benz truck. Got your palms itching, eyeballing whatever friends touch. Don't know what it feel like, never had an AP. Instagram make it hard for you to trust your lady. Pictures of these perfect lifestyles drive you crazy. Watching drug dealers out your window serving AT. Dreaming, butterfly doors on a Benz truck. Suicide doors on a pickup. You was in a Hyundai, your gear stuck. Murder on your mind, call it lift up. Never made a million serving AT. Don't know how I feel to rock an AP. Don't remember the last thing you learned. I know the world let you crash till you burn, for sure.
Hey, what it do? Simply Deep. I see you. Shout out to everybody coming in, man. Like I said, I got the link pinned if anybody want to come up. But you know, the show pretty much over with what I had to bring to y'all. So, you know, we just chilling, man. Right now, I'm just smoking with y'all right now, you know. And hopefully y'all smoking too or having your little drink or whatnot. I know my East Coast people, it's a little late. But, you know, shit, if y'all still rocking, y'all, hey, let's do it. But here's another one by John, y'all.
Forgive me if I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold on. If you love me, forgive me, I know I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold.
Let me pause that real quick. I don't even mind starting that over, but Simply Deep, the type of content I got, bro, basically, man, I just kind of talk about shit that be going on life wise, you feel me? Just shit that you know, motherfuckers be going through, man, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the better though of shit though, bro. Like I'm not really with the fuck shit. I'm not, you know, with preaching nothing on some you know, go out and rob banks and shit like that. You feel me? I'm like completely opposite of that, you know what I'm saying? I try to come with a different approach. Also, sometimes I do like, you know, some little recaps and shit on, you know what I'm saying, what these police and shit be doing and how they be acting and shit. So all kind of different little shit, man. I definitely got a few lives up, bro. Whenever you get a chance or whatnot, you know, peep game. You know what I'm saying? But it all be some real shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be having panels and shit, you know, and we be rocking out, bro. It ain't too many of us, but you know what I'm saying? We definitely count around here. You know what I'm talking about? But let me get back to this shit. Like who I'm playing right now is the homie John, man. You know, he got his channel too, man. He do his thing, man. We are from the same soil, so shout out to John. Here we go.
If you love me, I can rap about BVs on my wrist. Can't wash away my sins. I got blood on my fist. I fell in love with robbery. Got hard to resist. Now I'm paranoid. Feel like Target and shit. Damn, how hard can it get? And before I had these beats, I used to beat on my chest. I ended up notorious. You would think I'm from Bed-Stuy. Almost burnt the house down. Once could have been left. Many from my era done died. Blessed to trying to show you my pain. Not trying to show you an angle. I done been changed. Gang and shackled down to my ankle. When you play with my name, I feel entitled to spank you. Gave my nigga the game, he took it without a thank you. Forgive me if I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold on. If you love me, forgive me, I know I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold on. If you love me, forgive me. When my daughter asks if I'm a player, that ain't sit right. All my life been living like a player, I can't get right. Morning, noon, and night, I feel the same even at midnight. Hard to seek advice, so many envious in this light. Is it cause I'm a bastard? Answers I needed, I couldn't get from a pastor. Keeping it pimpin' like Dolomite in his last verse. Will you admire my lifestyle if it go past yours? Hold on, that's an honest question. Never thought the ones I love could point at me
and palm a weapon. Could the rap game be a snare that got me in the wrong direction? Let me know when I'm loving you wrong, beyond discretion. Let me know if I'm loving you wrong, for my protection. Forgive me if I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold on. If you love me, forgive me, I know I love wrong. Check my catalog, I never wrote a love song. I've been backstabbed, shot at, and stole on. Been on the edge so long, just trying to hold on. If you love me, forgive me, I know I love wrong.
Shout out to John, man. BHT John, he dope as fuck. So it's Be Easy, man. Them niggas, they own it, man. They don't just pop and talk that shit, man. They own it. You know, they own it. Simply Deep asked me, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that'll get you clowned? And how would you handle those situations in real life? Well, simply, I ain't with it, bro. My opinion is that's out. I don't really care what a motherfucker thinks about me, bro, to be honest with you. If you live your life worrying about what people think about you, you in for a hell of a road, bro. But with me, certain things like in movies, certain acts, certain situations, it's a no-go, bro. Ain't no money, no nothing that could make me go them type of routes, you feel me? And so I really wouldn't be in a situation to worry about getting clowned on. But now, if you do clown shit, bro, you in for it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know where you from, but you know that nigga, you know, La Russell from Vallejo, California, was on a high horse, y'all. Motherfucker said some stupid dog ass shit, bro. Nigga done left social media and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Do dumb shit, man. You gotta expect stupid shit to happen, bro. So basically, you know what I'm saying? It's all on how you move, Simply Deep. It's all on what you approve, Simply Deep. You know what I'm talking about? You can't do something right and then cry about it later, man. I'm big on accountability, bro. Big on it. So if you go ahead and accept a role or some shit, you gotta shit. Whatever comes with it, it is what it is. I hope that money or whatever was right for you. But as for me, absolutely not, bro. I'm not with it and I ain't going, man. Straight up. Shout out to the 11 in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And you know, with this sector shit, y'all, I know there's a lot of shit going on. So I really do appreciate y'all being here, you know what I'm saying? And just fucking with me. This was just out the blue, y'all. I think I posted this shit an hour before I went live. So I appreciate y'all sliding through. Obviously, some of y'all got some notifications going or definitely, you know, seeing the niggas, you know, red ring or something, you know what I mean? I appreciate it though. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this joint though real quick with y'all, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and play another one of John's joints, man. You know what I'm saying? We rocking out with John, y'all. So y'all get a bar of him, man. He's really dope, man. If any of my mods in here, man, that know John's channel, man, please drop it. And for y'all that may not be sub to him, even with the replay gang, fuck with him and my boy Be Easy. They dope. Be Easy's content is wild, y'all. Like he's something else, man. He can get on that political stage. He's very, you know, smart, educational, educated. You know, he's all them boxes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. Well-rounded. You feel me? So y'all definitely check him out too, man. But let's get back into another one of John's joints, man. Here we go.
John Sinatra, saying different. John, Mello, Beto. Another day, another problem in the making. Don't tell me you trying to solve them with a pile of medication. Got you fighting, overdosing again. Trying to chase that first highs like a ghost in the wind. All these setbacks in life, was we chosen to win? Chose to watch some cartoons, maybe make you a friend. Parents left you supervised by some devils again. You ain't chose to get molested by your closest to kin. Shalom to my Akis that endured to the end. Pain made you feel alive, got you cutting your skin. Hated cause we melanated, lost searching within. Outsiders block us out, we keep letting them in. Grandmama call them demons, Islam say jinns. All these whispers in our ears keep us closer to sin. Money make her feel better, do whatever to spin. Little bro just wanna slide, any reason to spin. Diabetic, they just amputated his limbs. We just thankful he alive, I'm still able to see him. The homie mama losing sight, she barely able to see him. Staying thankful for the light, shalom when it get dim. Who am I to condemn? If I'm judging you, then I can go to hell for it. The state judging me and I can go to jail for it. They hit us with the okie dokie and we fell for it. Take a strike for less time now, next time more. We chose peace for generations, this time war. The only life worth living is what we dying for. Ain't you tired of picking presidents to hold a sign for, just for them to pat you on the back with an iron sword? I'm more treated like a cyborg than a human. When I worked a 9 to 5 I applied for. Taxes high enough to make you hold a signboard, asking for donations, recouping what you was robbed for. We never read the fine print on what we signed for. We kind by the contracts and design more. Lately I've been really trying to be on time more. Me telling me, not you telling me what it's time for.
For real, bro. All my life, I felt like I was everybody's secret. I had homies that'd steal my lyrics but never share my music. I worked 9 to 5s to train people just for them to get promoted for the position I needed and working hard for. Every rapper I grew up listening to that I met heard my shit in person and let me know I'm one of the hardest they ever heard and still never shared my shit. So I feel like I'm the voice for those who have no voice that need to be heard. I know they feel me.
And I feel young bro when he say that, because he is very talented and motherfuckers will tell him, oh man, you him, you wooty woo. But yeah, you ain't playing, bro. You ain't sharing them out. You ain't none of that, bro. All the boxes ain't checked. You know what I'm talking about? But I like that one right there, though. So we're going to definitely run that back. Oh, I got to wait for the whole thing to end. Okay, here we go. Shout out to John, man.
John Sinatra, saying different. John, Mello, Beto. Another day, another problem in the making. Don't tell me you trying to solve them with a pile of medication. Got you fighting, overdosing again. Trying to chase that first highs like a ghost in the wind. All these setbacks in life, was we chosen to win? Chose to watch some cartoons, maybe make you a friend. Parents left you supervised by some devils again. You ain't chose to get molested by your closest to kin. Shalom to my Akis that endured to the end. Pain made you feel alive, got you cutting your skin. Hated cause we melanated, lost searching within. Outsiders block us out, we keep letting them in. Grandmama call them demons, Islam say jinns. All these whispers in our ears keep us closer to sin. Money make her feel better, do whatever to spin. Little bro just wanna slide, any reason to spin. Diabetic, they just amputated his limbs. We just thankful he alive, I'm still able to see him. The homie mama losing sight, she barely able to see him. Staying thankful for the light, shalom when it get dim. Who am I to condemn? If I'm judging you, then I can go to hell for it. The state judging me and I can go to jail for it. They hit us with the okie dokie and we fell for it. Take a strike for less time now, next time more. We chose peace for generations, this time war. The only life worth living is what we dying for. Ain't you tired of picking presidents to hold a sign for, just for them to pat you on the back with an iron sword. I'm more treated like a cyborg than a human. When I work the 9 to 5 I applied for. Taxes high enough to make you hold a signboard, asking for donations, recouping what you was robbed for. We never read the fine print on what we signed for. We kind by the contracts and design more. Lately I've been really trying to be on time more. Me telling me, not you telling me what it's time for.
For real, bro. All my life, I felt like I was everybody's secret. I had homies that'd steal my lyrics, but never share my music. I work 9 to 5s and train people just for them to get promoted.
Okay, so Simply Deep. I don't know if you hit links, bro. Because then maybe you can kind of ask me the question so I can really be clear. But let me see. You said, here's an example scenario of an embarrassing moment. Somebody came across you and your lady at the wrong time at some secluded area. I'm from Alabama. So are you meaning maybe you was like getting it in with your girl, like in the whip or something? Like at a park or like up in the hills or something? Like, is that what you're asking me, bro? And then maybe you can, write that in chat, and then maybe I can go from there. So I'm not just answering and I'm like hella off, because I don't mind answering your question, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that it's, it's him. That's all, as long as it's him, bro. Okay, you said yes, that. Well, shit, bro. I mean, let me see. You said came across you in a secluded area. What really can you do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could like be like, hey, bro, get up out of here or something, or whatnot, or move to another location or whatnot. But I don't really know where you was at, what kind of spot it was, even though it was secluded, right? Was it like still kind of like open to where motherfuckers kind of be venturing off like in the mirror? You know what I mean? Like there's all kind of dynamics to that shit, bro. But just on a regular, like, what can you do, bro? What are you gonna get out and want to fight or something, bro? Like, that's wild, bro. That's how motherfuckers get, unalived. I wouldn't even advise no shit like that. But you could basically, if the motherfucker like hell in your business or whatnot, be like, hey, bro, get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And be really direct with they monkey ass, because they might be some pervs or something. Who knows? I don't know how serious you was in the situation. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, you got to check shit, bro. But I wouldn't advise you to get out and be trying to fight or something, or just, start up the whip, man, and, tear up out of there and, smash to another spot. You know what I'm talking about? And you say you from Alabama, so I don't know what it's like there in Alabama, bro. Like, that's crazy. When I think of Alabama, man, shit. I be thinking about some old other shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think about motherfuckers and sheets and shit, you know what I'm saying? And crosses burning. I'm just saying, I know it probably ain't like that no more, but I'm a Cali nigga, so that's how I be lightweight thinking, bro. The hood tipper said, are we being trolled? Is this a kid? Well, thanks for your input on that. So how long you been doing YouTube content? Damn, you kind of like interviewing, bro. I don't mind like answering a couple of questions, pimping, for real. Shout out to you, man. It's like my first time seeing you, but I'm not on no no interview type shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you sliding through, man. I hope I did answer the question that you did have, bro. That was kind of a different question. That's probably why my chat is asking, you know, are we being trolled or is this a kid? You know, I can't call it, man, but you know, Alabama is super country. First time I saw carpet inside of a mall. Wow. Carpet inside of a mall? Yeah, no problem. Simply deep. And your shit say 1985, bro. So I take it that's when you was born. So you ain't no young motherfucker though. So you older, you feel me? But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Pete, you fucking me up though with the carpet in the mall though. That's wild. Cause you know when I'm thinking about carpet, I'm thinking about like some carpet. You know what I'm talking about? Like you don't even really see carpet no more, you know what I'm saying? Like how people be tripping on white refrigerators, which is crazy, but people be tripping on like white refrigerators and shit in your house or whatnot. You don't really see too many places with carpet, you know what I'm saying? You don't. I remember I was in Hollywood and it was nasty to me, y'all. It was a 2-story house in Hollywood, California. And it was like a group of these motherfuckers that, you know, was renting out this place. This was like, man, this had to be maybe 2004. And I went out there to visit my partner because he was renting a room out of the spot. And the bathroom, y'all, was carpet. It was so disgusting to me, y'all. Like it did not feel right. It didn't. It wasn't cool. I was only there for a night, so that was cool. So I only had to kind of deal with the shower, like, and everything once because there was a bathroom downstairs that was regular, but that upstairs bathroom, y'all, it was carpet. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Fucking disgusting, man. Peach. Two-story house. Upstairs bathroom. Summertime. This Hollywood is sort of like kind of like how my city would be. Yes, it gets hot, but the places aren't equipped with AC units. Some are, but it's not. So yes, Peach, heat rises. A lot of dudes staying in this fucking house. In the bathroom is carpet. I'm gonna fucking leave it that, Peach. Don't ask me. It was disgusting. It was horrible. Horrible. But there was, you know, the person that had the master. And they're not gonna let nobody use their shit. So this was the hallway, upstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom did not have a shower. Awful. Awful. Vibrant says simply that's Kinda odd, very small channel. Just lucky, I guess. I don't know what happened. Carpet in the bathroom, what the fuck? I know I'm from Alabama, but at least we had some tile, cheap tile, but it's tile. And that's a fact, bro. I don't understand that layout, but I'll never forget it. Very different. I've never been in any place that had that. The only thing worse, or I won't even say worse, the only thing that is in a bad thing when it comes to a bathroom, y'all, to me, is them fucking one soft plastic fucking toilet seats, y'all. My fucking grandparents used to have one. I hated that shit. And then when it would get a little tear in it, you're getting pinched every time you fucking sit on that son of a bitch. They didn't give a shit because it was the downstairs bathroom. They ain't using that shit. Man, but I don't even like the feel of them, period. Like the cushion, I get the concept, but that shit was trash, y'all. If you got one of those old school and you got one of those, get rid of that shit fucking immediately. Trash. What it do, Mr. Boston? Good to see you, bro. The hood table, Mr. Boston up in this thing. I'm in the Midwest and I can't live in a spot with no AC. I feel you, hood table, and that's what's really wild because there's a lot of places in California, especially kind of like off the coast, really don't have AC, but it still gets hella hot. But now you start going to the valley and shit, and they all have AC. Man, they got AC units, HT, that I was like, what the fuck? They're on the top of the house. Big and huge. I'm like, what if that shit caves in, bro? I'm used to them kind of being on the outside in the backyard type unit. And these motherfuckers like got them on the roof. Huge. Unbelievable. But I do like those swamp coolers that you hook the water hose up to. And you open up like a window. And it brings in so much fucking cold air, y'all. Like it's crazy how that thing works. And it's powerful. And it's cheaper than an AC unit, y'all. Swamp coolers are the best, though. Yes, they are, Lakendra. Yes, they are. They're great. Tony the Tiger, I would say. Frosted Flakes, right? Great. So if y'all ever hear me say that, y'all, that's what I mean. Don't be like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Because I got my own little lingo. So if you ever hear a nigga be like, yeah, that shit Tony the Tiger, my nigga. It sound corny, right? But it's some shit I be saying sometimes, y'all. Don't let it catch you off guard, because that's what I'm just saying. This shit great. Just like how I say Velveeta, y'all. You're like, why the fuck this nigga talking about some cheese, bro? I ain't talking about cheese, man. I'm just saying everything is all good, man. It's all Velveeta, bro. Just giving y'all a little, intake on Riggs World, y'all. I'm a little high, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So don't mind me, bro. Y'all probably got about a good 5 minutes out of me, man. I got 9 in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Let me see where we at on the likes, man. Do I got 15 yet? Did y'all give me 15, y'all? Let me see where we at. Y'all gave me 16, man. I ain't mad at y'all, man. Shit, y'all may get 6 minutes then out of me. Fuck it. I got an hour and 27 minutes in. I checked my my free, I get 20 hours every month, right? Before I started this live, I basically got a solid like 4 hours and 20 minutes left before my reset. When's your reset, Rig? April 27th. So not bad. So even if I was to do 2 hours, which I'm not, I would still have 2 hours left, you know what I'm saying, to get me through. So me doing like, I'm at an hour and 28 minutes. If I do an hour and 30, y'all, I can come live again maybe Wednesday or Thursday for y'all, and still get another one in for like next week. You know what I'm saying? It's all on how you play the game, right? But we rocked out, y'all. Shit, I got the clips in. We listened to some John. Got a couple of dabs in. You feel me? I'm looted. I'm zooted. Chopped it up with y'all, man. Smoked one with y'all. Kind of like some shit we do on the verticals, man. Shout out to y'all pulling up on the verticals, man. I've really been noticing that and appreciate that. Stay tuned to them verticals, man. They pop up at any time, y'all. Liz, I didn't forget about you. I do have Kim, Liz. Like when you said that, I was like, I got it. But the thing is I was like playing some shit. What I do? Oh, I was playing some shit, right, Liz? And like it shut my whole shit down, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, man, I don't want to fucking play that shit. And it just shut my shit down. But to prove to you though, like, remember I told you I was gonna have that for you. Deep game.
I'm sitting here thinking about you tonight and all that you mean to me.
So I had it, I got it. But I was thinking like, if I play that shit, they might shut me down before I even get started, because I was going to play it last night for the, season finale. And, just to let you know, Liz, I did not forget, man. I keep my word, but I just, he's like one of them artists. Like if you play Beyonce, you play Mariah Carey, Mariah Carey is one of my favorites, y'all. Favorite, that Diarrhea Mimi or whatever. I think that's what it was called. Love that shit, man. But so many songs I've been wanting to play off that shit just to start my fucking streams and shit. Can't do it. They'll shut your shit straight down, man. It's crazy. But I definitely remembered Liz. And that's why I played that taste. I was like, man, when I see Liz, I don't want her to think that, you know what I'm saying, I forgot or whoopty whoop. Definitely had the intentions, Liz. Definitely. But we finna get ready to shut it down, man. I appreciate y'all sliding through. We still got 8 in here. Y'all got me to 16. I asked for 15. Usually I'll be like, well, shit, let's get to the 20. But hey, man, this was just out of the blue. And I was going to be happy with the 15. So y'all giving me the 16. I appreciate it, y'all. And I just appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man, on this 420. And again, man, y'all have a great night. I might see y'all again Wednesday or Thursday. And much love, man. You feel me? Off top. We up out of here.